Right, the first thing I want to do is make sure this face here is running true, which it is, which it should be because it was machined on the lathe. Right, so we're running nice and true there. I've deburred those holes. These ones here need deburring as well. I'm going to drill these holes slightly bigger. I'm going to drill them 21/64, which just happens to be 8.2mm, just to give the bolts a little bit more wiggle room. There's a little burr on the drill. It's important you take these off. It should have been taken off before it was put back in the box. I've only got myself to blame because I'm the only one that comes in here. Exactly the same thing, we're going to use this and throw it over the slot on the middle table. Don't want to drill any holes into it. Right, and that's an 8mm transfer punch. This won't take a lot out, but it'll take enough out to make it a little bit more clearance for the bolt. That's better, just a little bit of wiggle room, that's all we need. Right, the heads on these, what a bastard. The heads on these are 13.5mm. I've got a 12mm cutter. I'm going to put a 12mm cutter in there to recess them, and I'll machine the heads of the bolts down. It'll look a lot better with the bolts recessed into there. It's also safer, there's nothing can snag on there. I don't normally use milling cutters and drill chucks. I don't know if I'll be able to get enough. Yeah, I can. Right, so I'm going to lock the table up at that and see if I can bore this using that cutter deep enough to allow that head to sink in, which is 8mm. Right, table's locked off at that. Bring that down to just touches 0 or Z axis. Gently. I don't like it. It's actually, it's sticking out too far. I'll take it apart and put a collar chuck in for the amount of time it's going to take. Collar chuck's mounted right up here, so it won't flex around like that. You could possibly get away with this on a bigger, more rigid mill, but not on this. Right, you can see how much shorter this setup is. I'll bring that down to touches there. 0 Z axis, that's 2mm. So now we need 10mm of it to get down to a, oh yeah, bastard! Original 8. It's a lot more rigid, it's not wobbling around anywhere near as much. minus to 2, so that should be an 8mm deep hole in there, which will take the head of that Allen bolt. Oh, that bastard thing. So we'll just turn the head down so it fits in there quite nicely, and it'll use plenty of meat on the side of there. Looks a lot better with the bolt recessed, and obviously it's a lot safer. Oh. Must make sure this tape is absolutely clean. The slightest speck of shite on there, as I found out in my peril, can put things out a long way. And so now we can run it up, and then give them the 2 taps with Mr. Thor, and that's been giving me good results. I'll run the clock on that face just to make sure. Right, Fanny's hair, nothing. There's a little bit of play on that spigot, which hopefully will be enough to get this to run through. Right, so it's been deragged. We find my 0 mark, which is there, and my 0 mark there. Put it back together. Definitely better with the bolts recessed in like that. And like I said, it's also a lot safer. It's something less for to drag onto. Right, we'll give them a little nip up. Make sure that's clean in there as well. Give it its best chance. Right, put the test bore in so I know it's straight. Right, as you can see, it's got the wobbles. We'll put a clock gauge on here and see how far out it actually is. Right, that's running out 0 there. It's running out 6 though. Not the end of the world, but it certainly isn't good enough for a Colette chuck. So what we'll do is we'll loosen off these just a little bit. Even nip on them. Right, find the highest point. which is there. So we need to go across that way a little bit like that. Highest point again, which is there. High point, which is there. We take it on the top, it makes it easier. High point again, which is there. Just going to nip those bolts up a little bit. It's a little thaw, it's not high point there. Half a thou now. About 3/10. I might need to take a little bit off that register just to get to remove that last little bit. That's pretty good, that. Right, tighten them up. So far it moves and we'll tighten them up. In theory it shouldn't, but you never know. Right, that's within a tenth, 1.5 tenths. So it's like further away from the chuck. Right, this is 10 inches out from the chuck and it's within 2 thou. So it's dead on at the chuck and a couple of thou 10 inches away. For the sort of work I'm doing, that's well within tolerance. Start it up and that's running. Lovely, happy with that. So that's now running nice and true. I could check it again with different size Colette in, and if you need something really accurate you can always bump it around that last little bit and that won't move, that's tight enough not to move. All I need to do now is machine that bit off there and that's the job sorted. I haven't given up with you, that Colette truck I was busy making, I will finish it. But like I say, this was kindly sent to us, so basically it's done the job what I want. Oh, you bastard. Bloody thing.